Hey everybody, how are you? Welcome back to the Hip Horse. We're talking Santa Anita Derby, the big grade one, a mile and eighth for 3-year-olds. I'm with my man Johnny Lowe. We're going to be talking the Santa Anita Derby here on the Hip Horse. Hey everybody, welcome back. Hey Johnny, how are you, my man?
I'm doing well, doing well.
Good to have you back. Santa Anita Derby, big day here. This race first ran back in 1935, considered to be one of the most important races here on the West Coast for 3-year-olds. Usually one of the biggest stepping stones to get into the Kentucky Derby. A little quick history about this race. Winning Colors was the only filly to win the Santa Anita Derby and the Kentucky Derby. Affirmed won the Santa Anita Derby and went on to win the Triple Crown in 1978. P. Vale, the youngest jockey to win at age 17. That's Kodak's in 1980. Fastest time, 147 flat. Can we beat it this year? It's going to be tough. And you know what? 10 horses out of the Santa Anita Derby went on to win the Kentucky Derby. Justify, Cal Chrome, and I'll have another 3 out of the 8 last years have been competing in this. So it's going to be a great race, Johnny. Let's start with your thoughts here. We got Authentic is going to be the top choice here. 3 for 3, going to be the horse to beat. Give me your thoughts and analysis here on the Santa Anita Derby.
Yeah, so the Santa Anita Derby this year, we got a field of 7 going in the gate. Interesting field. We've got one horse as a maiden. The breeding wise for this, it's a little bit different. An interesting thing about this field is we have 2 horses in here that are of the Maria Mons line. Maria Mon is the only horse to sire 2 Kentucky Derby winners in the last 20 years, with Super Saver as well as Monarchos. Super Saver is part of both the lines on these horses. The 3 Shooters Shoot is by Competitive Edge, who's by Super Saver. And the 5 Azul Coast is also by Super Saver. I'm not too sure if I really like to give these horses too big of a chance in this race. Shooter Shoot is a very game animal, but he was scratched in the Arkansas Derby. He missed a couple weeks of workouts, and I'm just not really sure what's going to come out of the gate there. Azul Coast tried Authentic. He got beat by almost 8 lengths last time they met, so I don't know. Baffert's got him in the race. Hopefully he shows up. Really, the meat and the potatoes of this race are going to be the 4 to 5 Authentic and the 9 to 5 Honor AP. Honor AP is getting a lot of press. They're saying that he was 75% last time. This time he's going to be cranked up and ready to go. But, we'll see. Honor Code is a stallion. He's showing up with this crop. He's got Max Player as well, who's going to be a contender in the Belmont Stakes coming up in a few weeks. And I guess when they open the gate, we're gonna see if he can run Authentic down in a mile and eighth or not.
Yeah, Johnny, this race isn't too lackluster compared to some fields for the Santa Anita Derby. But, I agree with you. Honor AP, this is a $850,000 purchase, son of Honor Code. John Sheriff's been training since 1978. He's getting close to the end. He's been hitting at it. He gets his man Mike Smith aboard. They won together in 2007 with Tiago, if you remember that, Johnny. Mike Smith deciding to ride here. Baffert didn't bring him over to run to get on Authentic. He's here with John Sheriffs, and he's going to try to win it. Their combo, they're at 31%. 32% at Santa Anita, 28 mounts, and Sheriff's is 31% in stakes. You know what I mean? But I think it's going to have to be a little bit more of a meltdown up front for Honor AP to have a chance. Did look good in that last race, but, Authentic just had that other gear, to win the San Felipe. Impressive race there. So I like Authentic here, Johnny. It's going to be hard for me to get off this 3-year-old, Colt into mischief, 3 for 3, Hall of Famer Bob Baffert. Let's talk about that. He's won this race 9 times, Johnny, and he won the last 2 years with Roadster and Justify. This horse won the Sham, the grade 3 by 7 3/4 lengths, Splendrift Farms. Great outlet with Starlight Racing. Strong connections here. Bob Baffert, I don't know. It's going to be hard to beat this one. So Authentic would be my horse here. Maybe on a long shot underneath a new door, Blaine Wright at 15-1. This 3-year-old colt does have some class here. Finished, second in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile to storm the court. And then also a nice game second to 1,000 Words, but it has not done anything in 2020. So it's going to have to run a big race to get back to that other form. So maybe on an outside look, maybe that one. But, Authentic top play, not much to give you here, Johnny. Any other thoughts here on the Santa Anita Derby?
Yeah, I might be a chalk-eating weasel on this race. I mean, it's a tough race to really come up with too much more. Rushy ran okay, but we'll see. He's going to be pressing the pace. I don't know if he's going to be able to keep up the fractions with the horse on the outside. It's really going to come down to the stretch whether Honor AP can run down Authentic. I guess we're going to find out if a mile and 1/8 is the right distance for the Son of Honor Code, or if the son of Into Mischief, who's already been proven at the distance with horses like Audible, can get the distance. Audible won the Florida Derby a couple years ago. We'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting race. Authentic, if this horse comes firing here. Big hopes for this one moving forward for Bob Baffert, moving into the Kentucky Derby, I would imagine. Let's move on to the Oaks here. The Santa Anita Oaks also going on here. This is going to be race number 5 at Santa Anita. That's going to be on Saturday. We're filming this on Thursday evening, so just so you know, in case there's any scratches, we do apologize for that, but just trying to get some information out quick for you. The Oaks here, Johnny, this is going to be going a mile and a 16th. This is a grade 2. Also a small field here. Your thoughts here in the Oaks?
It's a compact field of 4 horses going in the gate, but they're all talented. Swiss Skydiver, they just nominated her for the Derby in the second round of Derby nominations. They think really highly of this horse. They came out here, and I think they scared some horses away. That last race that she ran and beat Venetian Harbor the way she did, that was very, very impressive. The Gulfstream Park Oaks, she just went in there and absolutely dominated that field with some nice horses. And she's the one to beat. She's going to have the target on her back. She's 65 morning line. She's a big horse. They're coming out here to take the prize money. I think the way Speech ran in her last race was huge. She lost a game mean by a neck. And she ran every step of the way. She made it really earn that race. I think Speech is the one with Pratt aboard this time to really look out for. If there is a speed duel with Swiss Skydiver and Marinette, there's a chance I think that Speech just sits off the pace and takes a run at him down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, you got to love the switch. You got to love when Pratt's up on your horse here. This horse is always in the money, Speech, so definitely underneath. I also like Swiss Skydiver as my top choice. I know it is the favorite, but this horse is winning impressively. McPeak, this horse won the Gulfstream Park Oaks and also the Fantasy, a grade 3 and a grade 2. So this horse looks pretty nice to me, and McPeak will have this horse ready to fire, and you get Hall of Famer Mike Smith aboard. So that's the horse to beat. And then you mentioned too, Marinette. This horse broke its maiden by 10 plus. After its third try, you got Baffert, DVD. That combo's coming up real nice with the 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds. So pay attention to that. But number 1, Swiss Skydiver, I think is the horse to beat. But the 2 and the 3, like you said, I'm not really on the 4 here. Only a 4-horse field. So small Oaks field. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Johnny, any other thing you'd like to add to the Oaks comments here?
Not a whole lot, other than the fact that Swiss Skydiver is by Daredevil. Daredevil is the more than ready line, and that stallion has just shown his horses can run on. For example, Roy H. He was a dirt sprinter champion. This filly's going probably headed to the Oaks, Kentucky Oaks, if not the Kentucky Derby, depending on how she finishes this year. He's had horses that have ran on the turf and done really well. It's actually incredible to see the Halo line out here. A lot of people are familiar with in Japan, Sunday Silence. He's the Halo line out there, and he really shaped the breed to see one stallion like more than ready be able to carry it on over here is very impressive. So, it's something to root for with the Swiss Skydiver horse here. I think she's going to have her hands full with speech. I'm not sure how long Meredith is going to last in the race, but it should be for a 4-horse race. It should be very competitive, and I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be good stuff. I also can't wait to see it, even though short fields here into the big races. I know you looked at the card. I might throw this a loop. We didn't talk about it. Is there any other horses that maybe that caught your eye on Saturday that maybe you want to talk about real quick? If not, we'll move on.
Yeah, so the biggest horse on the card is going to be in a maiden race. He's never ran before. His name is Cezanne. Cezanne was a $3.65 million purchase by Curlin out of Achieving, Bernardini mare. People have been watching this horse's workouts for months now in anticipation of his debut. He drew the rail and he's 4-5. It's going to be interesting to see what $3.65 million buys you. But we're finally going to see it. And there's a lot of excitement. There's buzz around the barn. 2 out of his last 3 works have been bullets. It's go time. We'll see if he's going to be on the Derby trail.
Yeah, hey, I'm excited to see when you pay that much money for a horse. I mean, this horse, your hope could win by 3, 4, 5 lengths. But you know, all these horses, 3-year-olds still trying to figure it out. But this horse could sneak in, Johnny, is what you're saying. With the big performance, might be able to get into the Derby.
He's nominated. We'll see what happens. It's a long way.
That's good to see. Well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow, Saturday, the start of that. That's going to be race 6 that he's talking about. Maiden special weight going 6.5. Bob Baffert has the 1 horse. Cezanne, $3.6 million. That's a lot of dough, Johnny. All right. Anything else you'd like to add, my friend, before we get out of here?
Good luck this weekend, and hopefully everybody stays safe and COVID-free.
Cool. Sounds good. Yeah, you stay safe too, Johnny. Everybody, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. More information coming. We'll be talking about the Belmont coming up here soon too. I know you love the Belmont, Johnny. It's not the same usual Belmont as usual. Is that correct?
It's a 1-turn mile and an eighth. I've kind of broken it down. I think right now Tis the Law is probably my horse to go with. It looks like it's going to be a decent-sized field. Maxfield's going to be in there to challenge, I believe. Bazin, he ran second for Charlatan, might get bumped up to first in the first leg, depending on that drug test. NY Traffic, Chivalry, Modernist, the horse that won that Fairgrounds race. Sol Volante, he's been doing pretty well. Governor Morris, Farmington Road, possibly even Charlatan. So we'll see what happens. Come Belmont time, I'm kind of excited for the race. It's a lot different this year to look at, other shorter distance and not as the third jewel this year, but should be good.
Yeah, no fans either, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah. Hey, it's a weird year, 2020. Anything could happen, my friend. So always a pleasure, Johnny. We'll talk to you next time. Everyone, thanks for watching Pit Force. Good luck and have a great day.